weight loss drug that could ease sleep, I always say this wrong, apnea in people with obesity, particularly, the study says. I want to discuss this and other things with my next guest, Thorrun Govind. Lovely to see you again. Hello.
Lovely to see you, Nick. Yes, this is obviously an exciting development. So this is tirzepatide, which is an injected drug, which is currently out there on the market and known as a brand called Monjuro. And it's a weekly injection. And we've been hearing a lot about these weight loss jabs, haven't we?
Well, yeah, look, I mean, I've got views on the weight loss jab that I kind of see why it's attractive, and we've got a huge obesity problem. I totally get that. I always think, though, I always wonder what the downside is to a pill. But has this resulted, this find about sleep apnea, that actually has resulted from, if you like, reporting of the effects of this weight loss drug?
So my understanding is that they've conducted some actual randomized controlled trials actually on patients. So they specifically looked into this and what they found. So if we just understand actually what even is sleep apnea.
Yeah.
So sleep apnea, your breathing will stop and start whilst you're asleep. You might end up gasping, you might end up snorting or making choking noises.
And presumably this wakes you up, does it?
Yes, absolutely. And it can also cause loud snoring. So it doesn't just impact you, it could impact whoever is next to you as well. Yeah. And then you wake up feeling really tired and it's hard to concentrate. I mean, I don't know if you experience any sleep issues, but occasionally I do. And it really does ruin your whole day, I think,
yeah.
Nick,
I sleep badly, very badly. So yes, I'm with you, but I don't think I have sleep apnea. Is sleep apnea something that only obese people get, or can anyone get it?
Well, I think they say about 70% of people who are obese are diagnosed with OSA, as they call it, also live with obesity. So there is a link there. And we know that being obese can make you have other conditions as well, like diabetes, and as we're hearing now, and also sleep apnea, as we're saying here. So really, this is about, if we come back to what this drug does, it has the impact on weight loss, but it's also having this added benefit. Now, but I think before we get too excited, and I'm always cautious when we find potential new benefits to drugs already out there on the market. There's probably a little way to go before this even hits patients to be able to support obstructive sleep apnea. But it's obviously a positive step forward that they've had this development. But again, coming back to weight loss jabs generally, they're not a magic pill. It's not a magic injection. It's not going to.
But that's how it seems they're being sold. People are buying them illegally, I presume, off the internet. And you've got these celebrities who seem to get hold of them. It's coming over as a quick fix, isn't it?
Yes, and that worries me. The World Health Organization, it was only a couple of days ago, put out an alert about OZEMPIC, which is another of these sorts of drugs. Now, when we talk about these drugs, and this is me being a fussy pharmacist with my fussy pharmacist hat on, the Ozempic is actually the drug which is licensed for diabetes. And then there's a drug called Wegovy, which is the same active ingredient, but it's the names, the brand names. But the World Health Organization have been saying that there is fake drugs out there because people are accessing fake medication. And that is a big problem. You don't know what's in that. If you go online and try and get something from a marketplace, it could be absolutely none of the active ingredient and could actually do you more harm than good.
How do I, okay. I was about to say, how do I get one of these? Well, I don't want to encourage, obviously, and we put the warnings out there about the dangers of going after stuff online. But if I wanted to go through the process of getting these drugs legitimately and the safe drugs, is this sort of thing I go and talk to a pharmacist about, or would it have to be quite a long clinical journey before I was ever put on them?
So these are prescribed medications only available on prescription. We've seen a picture here now of, I can't quite see because my eyes have gone a little bit funny there.
It's Ozempic.
It's a bit small on my screen. Ozempic, yeah.
1 milligram of Ozempic, apparently it said.
Yes. Yeah, so that again, an injection, as we've heard that. So these are all injectable. So I think that's the additional thing as well when it comes to weight loss. Some people may not tolerate wanting to use an injection as well. But there's a mirror, this is not the only solution when it comes to weight loss, and this would require you seeing a prescriber and having a much more a whole discussion about your lifestyle and also your weight. It's not being given out to everyone. So really, my plea to people would be, if you're concerned about your weight, think about little things that you can do on a day-to-day basis to support your weight, and think about the habits. But also, this may be appropriate for you, but you are going to need to see a prescriber and have a discussion about it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, look, if you looked at me, you'd probably say I don't have a weight problem, but actually I have to work quite hard at it. And it's very much also about the type of food that you're eating and the balance of food, I've noticed. Plus, I'm an obsessive walker. I just walk everywhere. But I had to change lifestyle to do that, which I think is, it can be quite tough for people, can't it?
I think it's very hard it is hard to lose weight. I would say there is a genetic element about this. So there is, some people who will struggle more than others to lose weight. But also, I don't want to encourage people either to be looking to lose too much weight. We want to be a healthy weight, and we also want to enjoy life, Nick. And then that's something I always think about as well. We're not here for a long time in the grand scheme of things. We want to also make sure we're not missing out on things, but it is all about that moderation.